you fight me, I'm gonna break your face. I'm gonna break something on you. If you fight me, I'm gonna break something on your ass. If he fight me, you know. But
First off, I know you got business. You got Mr. McKenna waiting on you, resident of Ireland. A tough fighter in his own right. But let's just be honest, there are a lot of people in the chat rooms, fans of our channel in particular. A lot of folks, UK and in the States, are kind of going, yeah, okay, we expected something a little bit bigger and a better fight. Do you expect, does that put any pressure on you to KO this guy or look spectacular? Like,
yeah, for me, every fight, bro, I gotta look spectacular. You know what I'm saying? No matter who I fight, you know, like I have to show I'm a different level every fight, you know. And it's, listen, bro, like they got McKenna because that's the only one that stepped up. Nobody wants to fight me. Like, is it my fault that nobody wants to fight me? From what I understand, it's not my fault. I call out anybody. For me, I told people I'm gonna be a world champion again. 2022, this is gonna be my year. I'm gonna get another belt, basically. I think I was champion in 2018, 2019. So now I'm gonna get it again in 2022. So for me, it's not my fault that nobody wants to fight me. You know, that it is what it is, right? I'll fight anybody. I told you, a name, for me, a name doesn't matter, bro. I want to be a world champion. So you put anybody in the whole entire world, this whole entire planet, you put them in there with me at 140, I will fight them. TYRONE MCKENNA is just a name they put in front of me. So I can't, like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do about it? I can't do nothing about it.
Like Ronnie Lott says, nameless, faceless opponents. Just line them up and let's get it on. It's a job.
Bro.
Let's
line
go.
them up, bro. I'm getting them out of there, bro. Like I said, I got tunnel vision right now to become a world champion. That's it. It's nothing else. Like, bro, all I do right now is we've been training. I go back to the house. I go take a nap. I'll eat and then come back and train again. Of course, every night I got my hair done and go to the bank and, you know, little errands and stuff. But every day, bro, this is what we've been doing: training, sleeping, eating, training. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Recovery. That's all we've been doing. So for me, I'm on my mission to become a world champion again, and nothing is getting in my way.
We watched you put in some work today, man. One thing that is abhorrently apparent to me once I watched you today all day, energy level is high, man. The energy level is high. You already got that twitch and that speed. Talk to me about it, man. I talked to your coach, Coach Evans, your strength and conditioning coach, and he told me, yeah, man, this ain't no smoke and mirrors. Regis is ready to rock this weekend. Talk to me about that, man.
I mean, I'm ready, bro. Like I said, bro, I train my ass off, bro. I don't cut no corners. Matter of fact, I go past the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, my trainers want me to slow down, to be honest, because I'm just right here in LA, bro. I'm training, like, I train 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? We do this. After this, we got to go work out again. Then after that, we come at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So we do this every day. I'm just ready. I'm just, like, for me, like you said earlier, the re-emergence. This is, I'm more hungry. You know, when I had the belt the first time, like, I didn't really even, I was number 1 in the world. I was the world champion, and I was like, whatever. It didn't even care. Now I want that again, and I'm working. For me, I'm working double as hard to get that again.
You touched on something I just want to visit real quick. Training 3 times a day. You did touch on the recovery. What are you doing to recover? What time are you going to sleep? What are you doing to pack in nutrition? Are you doing anything? I know that you brought in a nutritionist and you've had him there for a little bit, and that's kind of helped settling you down and getting you to the weight more comfortably. What are you doing with that in recovery? Can you tell me about both things?
As far as recovery, bro, like I said, when I was going back to when I was a world champion, at first, bro, when I'm done training, I'm done for the day. That was it. I'm going to play. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to get on dirt bikes and just do whatever I want. Now it's just I'm way more serious. You know, like, of course, a lot of ice baths and that type of stuff, and my rest. My rest is very, very important. So I take naps every day. I have to. It's like something that I live by. And I read a book that Andre Ward did the same thing. He like lived on naps, and it's the same thing with me, bro. After I'm done training, I go to the crib, take a little nap, take an hour, 2-hour nap, and then of course at nighttime, you know, we get the good resting. You know, so it's just that's something I'm doing. Just being more serious about the sport, because I wasn't serious at first, to be honest.
A lot of people in the sports world, in the rough and tumble world of combat sports and of like sports like football, ice baths. There's a lot of people that are taking ice baths. Ice baths are naturally good for your body, but talk to us about the goodness for the mind and how it strengthens your mind
Oh, it definitely
and resolve.
Right. So for about let me see, for about 8 years now, bro. I only take cold showers. That's something I do, and it's mentally for me. I just something I do. I don't put hot water on my body. Basically, I take cold showers every single day, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like the ice bath type of thing, but it's every day. So I don't put no hot water on my body unless like I go to the beach or something, and then I rinse off with the hot water, then I put the cold water. But I take cold showers every single day. So for me, it's a mental thing. It's like a mental advantage I have every day, like literally an everyday thing. Inside the camp, outside the camp, no matter what. Like I take cold showers every single day. So
Wow.
it's just like to get my mental right. It makes you feel good, and there's so many benefits to it. You know, it's like. Not even if I wasn't a fighter, it's just a lot of benefits to taking a cold shower. And so I read about those and I was like, I need that. And then like mental wise, it's just, you know, it makes me feel like I'm doing something else that nobody else is doing. And I know nobody else is taking cold every day. Like I literally take a cold shower. Every time I get a shower, I take a cold shower. Every single day. So yeah.
Scratching and clawing for every advantage.
Every advantage, bro. Every advantage, and I feel like that's a nice advantage for me. Take that cold shower every day.
Another advantage that you have, you got a power advantage over a lot of guys at 140, 135, and even some would argue at 147.
Right.
Mr. McKenna has been quite vocal about, hey, look, I've tried this boxing stuff. I get robbed when I box. For all intents and purposes, he said, look, we're going to line it up, and I'm coming forward, and he's going to be the first guy to go backwards. A lot of boxing insiders and experts are saying, man, that may be a mistake against the Rougarou. Can you tell us about his approach and what that may or may not?
I think he's full of shit. I don't think he will do that. Bro, I told him, listen, you fight me, I'm going to break your face. I'm going to break something on you. If you fight me, I'm going to break something on your ass. If he fight me, you know. But I mean, he can come and do what he wants, bro. Listen, I'm ready for whatever he brings. Boxing, fighting, brawling, whatever, you know. But yeah, you can't stand in the pocket with me, bro. I think, you know, I hit too hard, and the only thing, I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, of course, stood in the pocket with him a little too long. So maybe I box him. It depends on what he bring me, bro. I mean, but I know I hit really hard. I told him when we was on the Zoom call together, I was like, bro, you stand there with me, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You better not stand there with me because I'm gonna break your ass.
And on that Zoom call, jokingly, but somewhat realistically, you said my dude looked like the Unabomber. And the low key, right? I mean,
he do look like
low key looked like the Unabomber a little bit. He tried to put 20 years on it, but he looked like the Unabomber, man.
Right.
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? On a serious note, you fight a guy like this. I've heard you say before, hey, look, I'm on upset alert. I'm not looking to have a letdown versus a guy like this. Talk to me about, and not to be disrespectful, but not fighting down to McKenna's level.
Right.
Talk to me about that.
Exactly, bro. Listen, it been year to upsets right now, right? I mean, Mikey got upset by saying no more. Cambosa's upset Tio, you know, and it's like, bro, like I don't want to be on that same path, you know. Especially like for me, the biggest one was probably like Mikey was saying no more, you know, like Mikey. I mean, I kind of know Mikey, right? And so from what I understand, he didn't really train. He went up, he came a month out, barely sparred, didn't do none of that stuff, barely trained and stuff, and you know, the dude won. That dude, because that was the dude's biggest fight of his life. McKenna, this is McKenna's biggest fight of his life. So he's gonna do everything he can to train. He's gonna do things he's never done in camp before to come and beat me. So for me, I can't let that happen, bro. I'm training just as hard, definitely harder, but I'm training my ass off. So, like I said, I can't let him beat me, because you can look at, like, of course, you can do the odds and the evens and all that type of stuff and see, you can say, oh, he's not on his level and stuff, but at the same time, bro, he's still a man and he's a fighter. And that's what I look at. I look at, like, he's a man, he's a fighter, and so for me, that's all I gotta look at, bro. He can come in, anybody can upset anybody. Tyson, my favorite fighter of all time, Buster Douglas upset him, and that was never supposed to happen, so it can happen.
Absolutely. February. It was a couple of years ago. This February. You know, but back to you and your career and coming back and getting back online, the resurgence like we talked about. Mm-hmm. The ultimate goal is to become a champion again. And you talked about wanting to kind of settle the score with Josh Taylor. Right. I got a chance to interview Josh Taylor ahead of his press conference with his would-to-be fight with Fury that ended up not happening, where it was Woodley Part 2. But he talked to me about you, and he let me know that, you know, he's kind of on the bigger and better things. He's focused on Jack Catterall right now, who subsequently actually beat the guy that you're fighting.
Right.
So, you know, how much do you want to showcase yourself and have something spectacular so you can get Josh's attention again? How important is it for you to run that back with Josh Taylor?
I mean, I got to. I mean, the fight was, listen, bro, the fight was super, he know the fight was too close. I mean, he kind of beat everybody. He ran through everybody, of course, except me. The fight was super close. It could have went either way. A lot of people say I won by 2 rounds. Even people in the UK, they think I won the fight. So, you know, he got it. Congratulations. He was an undisputed champion. That's cool. But I think that before our careers are over, that we definitely have to fight again, because the fight was, I mean, that was a close fight, right? I mean, what if he goes like undefeated for the rest of his career and beats everybody, and then the only person like he has the added risk is with me? So I think that he'll have to do that, of course. Like, we'll have to fight again. I think, I know you said you talked to him, but he said, I saw an interview, he said that he'll fight me again. We can fight a bunch of times. So we'll see. You know, but I think he's going to 147, and like I said, right now my thing is I'm gonna be a champion at 140 again, and if that does present itself, if something really big at 147 presents itself, then, you know, I'll probably jump at it. But like I said, right now I want to be just I want to be a champion again. That's just my thing. I want to be a champion again.
Definitely, man. Couple of things happening in boxing. We had Mexayo. You talked about upsets. We had Mexayo at 126 upset Gary Russell Jr. Just let me get your thoughts on that real quick.
Honestly, I didn't see the fight. I didn't see the fight. I know it happened, but I didn't see the fight, so I can't really comment on it too much because I didn't really see the fight.
Gary fought with one arm, essentially.
Yeah.
His shoulder was injured going into the fight. He kind of let everybody know, and he just fought with one arm. He couldn't jab the whole fight, essentially. So,
yeah.
And then next, we've got a good fight coming up in a week or two, and that's Kell Brook, Amir Khan finally getting a chance to fight each other, man. Tell me what your thoughts on that, lastly.
I mean, that's a good fight, man. I think Khan said that his chin is broken, but, you know, Khan doesn't have that much of a chin either. But I think it depends on like who's more youthful, I guess. You know, both of them kind of they like veterans in the sport. So I would kind of roll with Amir Khan. For me, I just kind of roll with Amir Khan. And then he's training over there with Bud and stuff like that too. So I think he has different training. So we'll see how that works out for him. But for me, I think it's a good fight. But I would lean more towards Amir Khan.
Lastly, a lot of people have made this past week, a good friend of yours, Jamal Charlo, made headlines, was arrested and subsequently released. A lot of negativity swirling around that situation, but I know you guys have been close for a number of years. What are some things that people get misconstrued about Jamal Charlo, since you know him personally? About Mal Charlo. What are some of the things that people get misconstrued about Jamal Charlo?
I mean, first off, Mel and Mal, they like they emotional. You know, they emotional. So, you know, I think they get emotions like fast and stuff. So they will get misconstrued by how emotional they are, and they not really rude and stuff. Like if you know them, you know, like they not really like that. They so, you know, they like so cool and stuff. But I think people try to tick them off on purpose. You know, like they really tick them off on purpose and stuff. So I know, like with me and Ma was in Mexico and stuff, and, you know, some stuff out there happened, and Ma was just like, you know, he was cool. He just kind of, you know, walked away from the situation. You know, but with the whole thing, man, it was really some BS family stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad when your own blood would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? When your own blood would do something like that. So I mean, that's, you know, I guess that's all I can say. You know, but I actually talked to him like right before I came here. So he doing good. He out. You know, he's supposed to come here. It's crazy, bro. Like I had talked to him. I think it happened like Friday, right? I talked to him Thursday. I literally just talked to him Thursday, and like he was supposed to come out here, and then I woke up and people like texting me all the picture of him doing all that stuff. So, you know, he called me and stuff, and he told me it was about him. You know, it's cool.
No doubt. Where can we watch the fight?
Where is it? Fight TV? I think I got it. I don't even know myself, bro. I think it's on Fight TV or something.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Regis Prograis, Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Thank you, Regis.
No problem.
Take care.